Hello students, this is Smita Shetty, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, AJIT Mangalore. So in today's session, I'll be discussing about lab program 4. So the laboratory is SSOS, that is System Software and Operating System Laboratory, and the subject code is 17CSL67. So now let's look at the question. Lab program 4. The question is design, develop and implement YARC or C program to demonstrate shift reduce parsing technique for the given grammar. Okay, so we need to apply a shift reduce parsing for the given grammar. So the given grammar is E gives E plus T bar T, T gives T star F bar F gives E bar ID, and we need to pass the given string. The given string is ID plus ID star ID. Okay, now, so before explaining the program, let's look at the theory session. So what is shift reduce parser? So shift reduce parser is also known as bottom up parser. So in theory session we have already studied the parser classification, top down and bottom up parser. In the previous program, that is lab program 3, we executed the program for LL1, that is top down parser, and this lab program 4 is bottom up parser. So shift reduce parser is also known as bottom up parser. Okay, now why the name is shift reduce? So the shift reduce, because here in shift reduce parser we are performing two important functions. One is shift and one more is reduce. Okay, now what is that shift function? Shift means we are shifting the character from the input into the stack. And what is reduce? We are reducing the string from the stack into a variable. That means a character is reduced into a variable, or a terminal is reduced into a variable. So here we are dealing with two important functions, that is shift and reduce. So first we'll perform a shift reduce parsing for the given grammar. So the given grammar is E gives E plus T bar T, T gives T star F bar F, and F gives E and ID. So first let me show the output. So what should be the output of the program? So this must be the this is the output of the program. Okay. So here you can see here, this is a C program we are executing. Hope everyone knows how to execute the C program. So that is GCC program name .c. So if there is no error, so you cannot see anything here. Let's directly execute ./a.ouch. Okay. So it will display the grammar. The grammar is E gives E plus T bar T, T gives T star F bar, and F gives E and F gives ID. Okay, so ID must be in a small letter. So next enter the input string. So what is the given string? ID plus ID star ID. So this is the given string. Okay, ID plus ID star ID. Okay, so now so output. So this is a shift reducing parsing output. So there are three headings: stack, input and action. Okay, stack, input and action. So there are two actions, either shift or reduce. So these are the two actions, either shift action or reduce action. Okay, now let us start parsing, shift reducing parsing. So the input is ID plus ID star ID, and always I told the input must end with the dollar. So in my so many session I explained this, always the input should end with dollar. Okay, so first it will begin with the shift action. So what I have done here is, from input I have shifted that ID into the stack. The first terminal is shifted into the stack. So initially the stack contains only dollar. Okay, initially stack contains only dollar, and input is ID plus ID star ID dollar. So first what we are doing is, we are shifting that ID into the stack. So now what does the stack contain? Stack contains dollar and ID. Now top of the stack contains ID. Okay. So what does input contain? Input is plus ID star ID dollar. Okay. So and after that what we are doing is, so first what we have done here, what is the action? We are shifting ID from input to the stack. Now that ID must be reduced to the F. Why? Because F generates ID. So this ID was small letter. Okay. So that F generates ID. So we can reduce that ID into the F. Okay. So that F, I am reducing that ID into the F. So what is the action? ID. Okay. So the input remains same plus ID star ID. Now what action here I am performing? I am just reducing that ID into F. So again I can reduce this F into T. Okay. So again that F can be reduced into T. Why? Because here in the given grammar they told T generates F. T generates F. So I can reduce that f into t. Okay, and once again I am performing reduce function. Why? Because t is reducing to e. Why? Because here e generates t, so t we are reducing into e. So here in the output you can see here t is getting reduced to e. Now again, so I cannot reduce this e anymore. Okay, so next one action is shift action. Okay, what is the shift? I am shifting the symbol plus onto the stack. So now plus will be shifted into the stack, so it is e plus. So what does the input contain? id star id dollar. So input is just id star id dollar. Okay, so I cannot reduce this e plus. So anymore I cannot reduce this e plus because there is no the production e plus. So once again I'll apply the shift action. So I am reducing this id into the stack. Okay, so I am just reducing this id into the stack. So e plus id, and what is input? Star id dollar. Okay, next I am reducing this id into f. I am reducing this id into f. So you can see here id is getting reduced into f. id is getting reduced into f. So I am reducing this id into f. So it is e plus f. Okay, again can I reduce this f into t? Yes, because t generates f, right? So again I am reducing this f into t, so it is e plus t. Okay, now actually I can reduce this e plus to e, but I won't get the desired output. Okay, because I should get e once I pass entire string. So here I am not reducing e plus into e directly. What I am doing is I am just performing a shift operation. I am shifting its star into the stack, so it is e plus t star. Okay, again I am shifting id onto the stack, so it is e plus t star id. Next id is getting reduced to f. Okay, why? Because f generates id, right? So id is reduced to f. Next t star f is reduced into t. T star f is reduced into t. Next finally e plus t is getting reduced to e. E plus t is getting reduced to e. So this is known as shift reduce. This is known as shift reduce parsing. Okay, so this is our desired output. So now how to write the program? Okay, so before starting the program, please students try to understand what must be the output. Okay, so this is a shift reducing parsing output. So now let's look at the program. So here in the program, just read the question. So they have mentioned write a program, design, develop and implement a YAC or C program to demonstrate shift reduce parsing technique for the grammar. Okay, and id and give the parse the given string. Okay, now so here they asked YAC or C program. So you can go for YAC program or you can write the C program. Okay, you can go for YAC or you can directly write the C program. So here I have given a C program. You can write the YAC program. I feel C program is easier. So here I have given C program. Okay, so let's begin the C program. Here, so header files hash include stdio.h, it is standard input output.h, and here std hash include stdlib.h, that is standard library.h. We might use any library functions, and one more string functions we might use like exit, so string.h. Okay, so next I have taken some variables k, z, I, j, z, so and all I am initializing into 0. Okay, and all are integer variables k, z, I, j, z. Okay, next I want stack. Okay, so we are entire program we are dealing with this stack. Okay, so we are just changing the stack data and we are just printing those stack. Okay, so these are the 4 stack we need in the entire program, and those 4 stack are A, AC, STK and ACT. So these are the name of the stack. Okay, A array. Okay, so A array A, the size of an array is 16. Next array AC, here the one dimensional array, the size is 20, and one more STK, so the size of this array is 15, and one more array we need ACT, the size is 10. Okay, so here we are using one dimensional array, and in the entire program we are dealing with this 4 array. Okay, so array A, AC, STK and ACT. So let me here I have just initialized an array. Okay, so I am just showing an array. So later I will fill the values. So because I will be tracing with the example I will be tracing the program, so that I will fill the values of this an array. So these are my array. Okay, array A, array AC, array STK and array ACT. So this is size 16, 20, 15, 10, but I have not shown 16. Okay, So here the 16 locations, here 20, 15 and 10. Okay, and you know that array index starts from 0, so it is from A0 to A15, here A0 to A19, A0 to A14 and A0 to A9. Okay, so I need this 4 array, and all 4 arrays are one dimensional array. Okay, next here in the program we are using a function check. So external I have declared the function check. Okay, what check. Okay, let me start the program. Let me go to the main part. So in main, what I am doing is printing the grammar. So printf, the grammar is E gives E plus T bar T, T gives T star bar F, and F gives E bar ID. So I am just printing the grammar. So here in the output you can see the grammar has been printed. The grammar is E gives E plus T bar T, T gives T star F bar F, F gives E and F gives ID. Okay, so I am just showing the output here according to the program. I am just printing. Okay, so it is printing all those grammar production. Next, it is asking printf enter the input string. Printf enter the input string. Okay, so now and I am reading that input string, okay, that is %s, and I am storing in A. So what is A? A is an array. So what is the input? Input is ID plus ID star ID. Okay, so we have no, this is A. So this is A, right? Array A. So here what I should do? I need to read the input. So what is the input? ID. Okay, I. So it is small letter. Okay, so let me write the small letter. It is I, reading input I, D plus I, D star I, here D, and here I am doing dollar. Okay, so this is the input ID plus ID star ID dollar. So now A of 0 contain I, A of 1 is D, A of 2 is plus, A of 3 is I, again A of 4 is D, again A of 5 star, A of 6 I, A of 7 D, and A of 8 dollar. Okay, so I am just reading the array A. Okay, okay. So after reading array A, okay, calculate the string length. Okay, so string length. So what is the string length? So what is the size of C now? So size of C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So string length of C is 9. Okay, so string length of C is 9. So let me write here. So C is equal to 9. Okay, later I need this. So C is equal to 9. Okay, now. So next what I am doing here is, okay, now copy, okay, now we need to copy some data shift into an array ACT. String copy, we need to copy the string shift to ACT. Okay, so now where is my ACT array? So this is my ACT array, ACT, this is AC, this is STK, this is A. So into ACT I need to copy shift. Okay, so I'll just write that SHIFT. Okay, and this arrow mark. Okay, so here I am just copying shift to that ACT array. Okay, so next let me go back to that part. Okay, so here, okay, now print stack input and action. Print stack. So in the output you can see 3 things: stack, input and action. Okay, now so let's begin with the for loop. So for, so initially k equal to 0, I equal to 0. Okay, your j is also 0 initially, starting it is 0. Okay, I is also 0, k is also 0. So now k and I both are 0. Okay, now, and what is c here? Let me write here. So c is equal to 9. Okay, c is equal to 9. So now let me check the condition. K equal to 0. Okay, I is also 0. Okay, so what is j? J is 0. But 0 is less than 9. Yes. So come inside now. A of j is equal to I, and A of j plus 1 equal to D. Okay, so now what is j? A of 0. Okay, so A of 0 is equal to I, and A of 1 equal to D. Is it true? Okay, so A of 0 is I and A of 1 is D. Correct, right? So A of 0 is I and A of 1 is D. Yes, it's true. Okay, so now if it is true, what you should do is go to STK array, and in STK 0, okay, go to STK array, and in STK 0 we need to put A of 0. Okay, in stk 0 is equal to a of 0 and stk 1 equal to a of 1. Okay, so here go to stk, so a of 0 is I and stk 1 equal to a of 1. Okay, so small letter I and here. Okay, so what I am doing here is, okay, I am just copying the data of a of 0 into stk 0, a of 1 equal to stk 1. Okay, so I am going according to this. stk 1 is 0 is equal to a of 0, stk 0 plus 1 is 1 is equal to a of 1. Next, stk I plus 2, okay, that is 0 plus 2 is equal to null. Okay, so this is nothing but null string. Okay, so here I need to put a null string. Okay, now, okay, so null string means it is nothing. Okay, so let me leave it blank. Okay, so next, okay, null. Okay, so next, what is next here? Okay, so after that, a of j is, see here, a of 0, here it is empty and a of j plus 1 is equal to empty. Okay, so what I am doing here, so here I need to remove this I and I need to remove this d, because they given it is empty string, right? So it is, I'm just doing null. Here also I am doing null, here also it is null. Okay, so here you can see here a of j equal to null and a of j plus 1 is equal to null. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to print. Okay, so print what? stk a and act. You need to print stk a and act. While printing stk, starting you need to put dollar then percentage. So dollar and stk. Okay, next a and dollar, then act id. Okay, so we are printing what? stk a and act. We are printing stk a and act. So what is stk id? Okay, look at the output, students. Here first I am getting $id. Okay, correct. So next what I need to print a. What is a? Plus id star id. Okay, plus, so actually here dollar I am not concatenating here, I am not shown in the program. Okay, because in the output I am writing, right, printf, so it is plus id star id. Okay, and dollar in the printf I given, so it is printing dollar. Okay, next it is displaying act. Okay, so what is act? Shift shfit, here arrow mark, then in the printf statement I have put id. Okay, so here in the printf statement I have put id. Okay, so here let me show here. So act, here I put id. Okay, so it is printing stk a and act. Okay, so next I am calling function chuck. Okay, I am calling function chuck. So now let me go to chuck. Where is chuck function? Okay, so here I am going to word chuck. Okay, so what is this word chuck? So here string copy. Okay, first what I am doing is I am copying reduce to AC. Okay, let me go to an array AC. So I am copying reduce. Okay, R. So here I am copying E D U C. Okay, I need to copy reduce. So here E. Okay, so now your array AC contains reduce. Okay, so next what does it contain? So here it contains okay, so look at void chuck. So in void chuck there are 4 for loops. Okay, so in void chuck there are 4 for loops. Okay, so first for loop is for z equal to 0, z less than c, z plus plus. Okay, next I am checking if condition stkz equal to open bracket, stkz plus 1 equal to e and stkz plus 2 closing bracket. So if it satisfies, what I need to do is stkz is equal to f, stkz plus 1 equal to null, stkz plus 2 is equal to null, and I need to print stka and ac, then I need to reduce I minus 2. Okay, that is the first for loop. So inside first for loop, after if condition satisfies, I need to do this function. Okay, what is second for loop? So in second for loop, again it is z equal to 0, z less than c, z plus plus. So if stk 0 is equal to I and stk z plus 1 equal to d. So I need to do this function, that is stk z is equal to f, stk z plus 1 equal to null string, and I need to print stk a and ac, and I need to increment j plus plus. Okay, and third for loop is for z equal to 0, z less than c, z plus plus, and if stk 0 equal to t and stk z plus 1 equal to star and stk z plus 2 equal to f, then I need to do this thing, that is I need to initialize stk z is equal to t, stk z plus 1 is equal to null, and stk z plus 2 equal to null. Then I need to print stk a and ac, then I need to reduce that I by I minus 2. In case if this is not satisfying, else if stk z is equal to f. Okay, else if stk z is equal to f, then here I need to, if stk z is equal to f, I need to put stk z is equal to t, and I need to print stk a and ac. Okay, that is third for loop. And in fourth for loop, there are two conditions. One is if stk z is equal to e, or stk z plus 1 is equal to plus, or stk z plus 2 equal to t, and stk z plus 3 star, I need to stop it, break, and again if it is e, stk z is e, stk z plus 1 is plus, and stk z plus 2 t. Okay, if only so much, then I need to insert and if a of j plus 1 equal to star, I need to stop it there. Okay, and if this is not satisfying, otherwise stk z is equal to e, stk z plus 1 equal to null, stk z plus 2 is equal to null. Okay, and I need to print percentage stk a and ac. I need to reduce this I by I minus 2. Okay, so after that, okay, otherwise if stk z is equal to t, stk z becomes e, I need to print stk a and ac. Okay, students, try to understand here. So in what in check function there are 4 for loops. Okay, in check function you 4 for loops, and inside each first for and second for there are 2 if statement, and in third and fourth for there are if else. Okay, so let me go to the tracing back. I was here, so here I just completed this part here, then I called check function, right? So this is our data now, where our I is 0, j is 0, k is 0, and c is equal to 9, right? And we called the function check. Okay, so let me go to check function. Okay, and here I am copying that reduce to array AC. I am copying reduce to array AC. Okay, let me see the first function, first of all. Okay, now z equal to 0. Okay, and what is c is 9, whether z is less than 9, yes. Okay, now get inside. Now go, you see, to do check that for loop, you should know this condition. Okay, so now what is our stack of 0? Stack of 0 is I, stack of 1 is d. Okay, stack of 0 is I, stack of 1 is d. Okay, now whether our stack z is 0, right? So whether our stack of 0 is open bracket, or z of 1 is e, z of 2 stack of 2 is no. So I'm not satisfying this if statement, so let me close that. Okay, so I'm not going inside that if loop. Okay, because I'm not satisfying this condition, because our stk 0 is I, stk 1 is d. So I'm not satisfying this condition, so I'm not getting inside this loop. Okay, now let me go to the second for loop. Z is equal to 0, it satisfies this condition, get inside. Now whether our stk 0 is equal to I, whether our stk 0 is equal to I, yes, and stk 1 equal to d, yes, right? So our stk 0 is equal to I and stk 1 equal to d. I am satisfying that condition. Okay, that stk array satisfies this condition. So if it is satisfying that condition, what you need to do is stk z equal to f. Okay, now stk 0 becomes f and stk 1 becomes null. Okay, so let me go to an array here. I need to change this. stk 0 becomes what? F. Okay, so stk 0 becomes f and stk 1 becomes null string. Okay, stk 1 becomes null string. So after that, okay, so I was here, second for loop, so stk 0 became f, stk 1 became null, right? So next I need to print stk a and ac. So now I need to print stk a and ac. So what is stk? Stk contains f. What is a? A contains plus id star id. Okay, stk is f. A contains plus id star id. And what is AC contain? AC contains reduce. Okay, so here so it is it contains T plus ID star ID dollar and reduce. Okay, so it is T plus ID star ID reduce. Okay, so here next again. Okay, so okay okay, so here I am printing STK and A and AC, so I am getting the expected output here. So I got T plus ID star ID and reduce function. Okay, so after that let me go to the part. Okay, so here I was in second for loop. I completed this. I printed this STK and AC. Now increment J. Okay, now J becomes plus plus. So now what happens to your J? J was 0, right? So now J becomes 1. Okay, so J gets incremented. So J becomes 1. Okay, so now J is 1. Okay, so now after that go to third for loop. Okay, third for loop. So in third for loop, whether STK z is equal to T, no, I am not satisfying this. STK 0 equal to T, STK 1 equal to star, I am not satisfying this condition. Okay, now else if whether our STK 0 is equal to F, now whether our STK 0 is equal to F, STK 0 is equal to F, right? So if STK 0 is equal to F, now we need to change that STK 0 into D. Okay, we need to change that STK 0 into T. Okay, so now STK 0 becomes T. Okay, so now STK 0 becomes T here. Okay, now our STK 0 becomes T. So if STK 0 becomes T, okay, what we need to do? Okay, so we need to print STK A and AC. We need to print STK A and AC. Okay, so now what is STK? STK is T, is plus ID star ID and AC is reduce. Okay, so you can see here T plus ID star ID reduce. Okay, so I am just printing T plus ID star ID and reduce. Okay, so I went to third for loop, so I just printed this. Okay, so go to fourth for loop. Whether that fourth for loop, whether now STK z is equal to T, right? So STK 1 is equal to T, right? Okay, now so whether STK 0 is equal to, I am not satisfying this condition. Okay, I am not satisfying this condition. So break. Okay, I am not going to this inside. Sorry, here I am not going inside this for loop, right? Okay, so here this statement whether our STK, no, I am not satisfying. Okay, so again go back to while loop. Okay, because I am not executing this here, right? It is not satisfying any conditions here, right? So go back to for loop here. Okay, so here go back to void here, this part here. Okay, so next again increment I and J. Okay, so here increment K, so here K becomes 1, here J becomes 2 and I becomes 1. Okay, I becomes 1, J becomes 2 and K becomes 1. Okay, so here now again check if A of whether A of 0, what is your A of 2, whether A of 2 is I, no, I am not satisfying this condition, right? So A of 2 is no, go to A here. Okay, so here A, so 0 and 1. Okay, so here it is not satisfying this first condition here. Okay, so else what? Else is STK 1 equal to STK 1 equal to A of 2. STK 1 equal to A of 2. Okay, so STK 1 is equal to A of 2, so it becomes plus. Okay, so it becomes plus, and here this becomes ID. Okay, so so here Okay, so this is how we are executing. So just keep the check the conditions and it will call the for loop. Okay, so here change the so here change this stk becomes a of j and stk becomes null. Okay, and just remove that a of 0, a of 2 becomes null. Okay, and just print that stk a and ac. Okay, so after that call the check functions. In check function 4 for loops. So just repeat this, you'll get now what happens is this t gets reduced by e. Okay, next this here that plus gets shifted to here, so it becomes e plus, next e plus id. So next you'll get e plus f. So when c reaches c becomes 8 there. Okay, that means in the starting for loop. Okay, when this for loop here c is equal to 9, right? So when 8 j reaches to 8, so it will get the final answer, that is e plus t and finally e. Okay, so this is how we are doing parsing. So here we need to remember the important check function. In check function there are 4 for loops, and first and for loop there are 2 if statement, and third and for loop so if else. Try to understand those if else statement, and for each increment you need to check that for loop. Okay, so this is about the fourth program. Okay, and this is the output. Thank you.